Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Guna Panyana, and I am here with Basketball Sheriff, and we are here to bring you the Inclusion Cup, the Basketball Inclusion Cup, brought to you by Sunnyside and UNHCR, which is the UN's refugee agents who have partnered up and to bring us this Inclusion Cup. It is the fourth year running, and here today we are here to witness, in this particular matchup, the women's final. So today, at the end of this game, we will be crowning the winners of the women's division in the Inclusion Cup. And who we have in this final is, in white, we have MBB, which is made by Ball, the ladies team, and we have the University of Pretoria. And of course, we are in Pretoria. We are in the home of the Praetorian team, which is the Remembrance Hall at the University of Pretoria in the beautiful city, the beautiful Jacaranda City, as we are going to be obviously witnessing who is going to be walking away at the top of this particular outcome. And we have the ladies just stepping onto the floor, you know, final touches being made before we go into this electrifying women's semi-final, well, final. And for jump ball, we have Chumi and Torisa who go up with Notwaga Luke quick with the steal. Vaklu takes the first attempt at the basket, doesn't get that to go. And Torisa with the rebound, bringing it down herself. Big girl turn point guard as we see Tux going up for their first attempt at the basket. Torisa takes the drive but unable to connect. Luke walks away with the rebound. It is a fast break. Doesn't pass the ball, but she gets the basket to go. And MBB are first on the board in this final, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be an electrifying game. I promise you that. And I think Toriso has taken on being the point guard of this team. Lynette with the ball right now. Passes it over. No basket made, but that will see Sigelela be going to the free throw line as she was fouled on that attempt. Sigelela Monakali, second year at Tux, a Sacred Heart old girl. And in fact, fun fact about Sigelela, she's a ballerina in her off time. Unable to connect on her first free throw. Gets nothing on the second, but a whistle has gone up again. And as you can just see there on the screen, head coach, Coach Theslin Davids, of course, leading the pack for the University of Pretoria. Nothing for her on those three attempts, but Teresa walks away with the rebound. Lines it up for the three-point attempt, and she gets that to go as Teresa lights it up for the University of Pretoria. And Tux are now on the board, ladies and gentlemen, and it is a game. Tumi on the other side, trying to reply. Couldn't find the bottom of the net. Mavundla. Busisiwe Mavundla connects, and we have a game on our hands. Tux are quickly up to 5 points, and MBB back on offense, of course, looking to equalize. And they tried for that look with the 3-point on the last possession, but nothing. Vaklu cross-court pass over to Luke. She goes all the way. Didn't get that. Toriso, who is in her first year of the BNL, in fact, and she's actually playing for her head coach, Coach Theslin Davids, in the BNL with the Egoli Magic. And you can see the difference that kind of experiences has added to her repertoire in terms of, you know, she's the big man on the team, but she's getting that rebound and she's driving, you know, bringing up the ball herself. And that speaks to just the versatility and uplifting in skills that we've seen her come through over the years. It's an easy walk up, and she's backed her down all the way back into the three-point line. Moves the ball around. Tux passes it around. Machele, nothing for Tux on that. Boitumelo with the ball for MBB, and she passes it. She finds Nokwaga, who takes the shot, doesn't get it, but a double rebound attempt by Tux actually put that back in their hands. They had a second chance, nothing on it now, and it is a break. Risky pass. And there is some contest on the call on that one. MBB would have wanted that ball to be theirs. Tux have another opportunity as Lynette lines it up, takes the shot, and she makes the shot. Tux are at home, ladies and gentlemen. So let's show you what they are made of. Of course, this is home court. They have the advantage. MBB are moving the ball around. They get it to Chumi, who is able to collect for them on that one. Tux almost losing the ball there. Zigalela unable to connect, and she has to work her way around three people, but they get the ball out back to Machela. Machela, Lynette to Toriso. Toriso slowing the game down, asking her teammates to just set up the screen for her, but unfortunately it is an offensive foul. And it is MBB, point guard, Notwaga, kills the dribble, so she hands it over to Priscilla. Priscilla, Chumi inside alone, doesn't get that to fall. Machela over to Chorizo. And she's dribbling the ball for a bit as her team set up. She sets herself up for the three, but doesn't get that to go. Boitumelo Nokipa with the ball right now. Finds Luke, who finds Sunny inside. Sunny collects the 2 points for the team, and we are down to a 2-point game. An electrifying start. Like I promised, ladies and gentlemen, these are the best teams around, and they are here to show you what the Inclusion Cup has produced in terms of talent and exposure of basketball. You know, it is another tournament for players to be playing, another tournament for clubs to get involved, and the Inclusion Cup in Pretoria is a great exhibition of basketball, especially here for ladies today. Of course, myself, these are many a time either teammates of mine or of course the opponent, and we get to witness what it's like to be sitting here and watching excellence in basketball for women. Lynette with the ball, senior on the Tux team. And I think the ball movement is in Tux's favor. Mavundla finds Sikalela inside, unable to connect though, and MBB have the ball. Outrage, of course, coming in from the Tux bench, but it is MBB's ball. Priscilla hands it over to Boitumelo, who lights it up, but no connection for her, but a bad pass by Busi gives over the ball to MBB. Priscilla lines it up. Oh, and that is good. That is good to go. 3 points made there by Priscilla Dlamini as MBB take the 1 point lead. Teresa looking to find a way into the key, but nothing was given to her on that one. She hands it over to Mavundla. Busi finds Machela. Back to Busi. Good hands by Priscilla, and she's on the break. She's going all alone. Nothing made, but the foul and the whistle went off, so the foul has been called. And let's watch that on the replay. Good hands, good steal. And tucks are all clear on the nail check. There was a complaint that came in that there was some excessive nails, but they passed that check there by the official. Priscilla Dlamini on the line. Unfortunately misses her first. Makes good on the second. Continues to push the lead for MBB. Toriso brings up the ball. Miscommunication on that. And coach has indicated that she needs to slow it down. MBB with some new faces on the floor once again. Moving the ball around. Find inside. Into the hands of the left. But it is Tucks on the attack. She slows it down, brings it back out, finding her teammates. Busi Mavundla. And luckily they are able to retain the ball. It changed hands quite a lot there. Lynette able to connect with the bottom of the net from the three-point line, and she pushes it up again. And this is going to, of course, be an exchange of leads at this point. And we're going to wait to see, of course. It's going to take the whole game to actually figure out who is likely to win this, because right now it's well contested, well set up, and both teams are in a position to take it either way. Oletu Vaku passes it over to Dlamini. Dlamini gives it back over to Khanye. Vaku is now there in the bottom. No connection on the shot taken. Rebound out. And it is a break. And she gets it back into her hands. Busi takes the shot. And it is unfortunately too short. And of course we are looking to see what we have. Vaku smells blood when it comes to the matchup in terms of the man, but she passes the ball off. Shot still not going to be falling just yet for Khanye Mapisa. And the stoppage on the ball does result in a foul committed. Substitution on the floor as Zigalela goes to the bench, and we have number 10. Still no shot falling there for them. MBB are actually able to keep the ball in play. Finds Priscilla. Priscilla takes it, but she missed the shot and she got fouled on the landing, and that's going to be sending her to the free throw line for 3 basket attempts. Priscilla takes a little bit of a walk there as she missed that first one, and I think she's down and makes the second. She's rather harsh on herself for the quality of her free throws thus far, but she did connect on that second one. And makes good on the third. So she's got 2 of 3 on that last trip to the free throw line. And the pressure is on as defense is now picking up in the front court. They move the ball around. risky and unfortunately unable to connect on that pass as Busi Mavunla loses the ball over the base of the sideline. The winding down of this particular quarter, MBB will have the last look at the shot. Vatu takes it and she makes it on the, it's a buzzer beater at this point, ladies and gentlemen. And just like that, MBB are able to push their lead to 15 points in this first quarter and Tuck sitting on 11 points. I will catch you in the second quarter. And we are back, and Tucks have the inbound on that beautiful line inbound play of theirs. They're able to get that. And quickly, foul has been called as Adenola was taking the shot. So she will be going to the free throw line. It is a very early moment, of course, to be having fouls like that going up. We've still got a long 10 minutes before the end of this quarter. Doesn't connect on her first of two. And MBB have shaken off that first foul, and they will now be attempting the offense of this quarter. Nokwaga back on the line for them. Doesn't find the man who was waiting there. Tucks trying to get past the line. They are able to find it, but a wild pass unfortunately results in a turnover against them. Ball swings, she gets it around, she's moving it, she's looking to find something with her teammates, and of course there it is, and that is in the little slide pick and roll as it goes over, but doesn't connect on the shot there for her. Machala, unfortunate in Adonola, almost losing it there for Tux. Lynette with that leadership, calling for that ball. Good hands by Nokwaga, almost, of course she does actually end up with the ball in her hands, rewarding herself for her effort. Passes it out to Priscilla, but unfortunately off her mark with that pass. And Priscilla is waiting for Teresa on the line, and as you can see, she recognizes that thing, you know, as players, where we've got to see the man in front of you and know what their weaknesses are. And she's decided to sit on Teresa's right side, and MBB are back down. Boite has the ball now. She finds Vatu, who was on the baseline, gets that drive nice and easy. And those are the first 2 points of this quarter. Actually, they've gone up and down, no scores yet. Priscilla putting on the pressure with Toriso, and she's going to have to figure out what she needs to do. Is Priscilla gets that ball, hands it over to Vatu, who gets 2 more points for MBB, pushing the point differential to 6. Oh, and the anticipation and the looks and the reads are coming in well from MBB, as they're able to, again, and a call has been made on the floor as a technical foul has been handed out to the Tux bench, and that will be sending one MBB member to the line. And that, as I see there, is Boiti Nohip for MBB on the free throw line. MBB, of course, keeping possession of the ball. They were on the offensive side when the tech was handed out, so no stoppage of game, and we're continuing. Toriso quickly breaking down the floor. Lynette has the ball. And she's going to have to chuck it up as teammates not in position just yet. And they make it easy for Khanye on the transition. And there is a bit of a struggle for Tux, as they have yet to find the score and yet to find some rhythm in this particular quarter, as Khanye finally connects with the basket for MBB. And they've put up a very long run. That was a 9-0 run against Tux currently in the second quarter. And as it stands, a timeout has been requested by the MBB coach, Coach Kimati, and that will have both teams going back to the bench. And I think Tux has a bit to talk about when it comes to the start of the second quarter, while MBB, of course, are going to be building on the momentum that they've gained thus far in this quarter. MBB ball on the baseline inbound, but not able to connect. Teresa back with the ball. Lynette. Machala. And that is over to Busi. Busi passes that over to Zike. Shot gets taken. Nothing is made, and the transition, of course, is in full swing. Sunny goes all the way, finds Chumi under the rim, and she gets that one to drop for as MBB continue this lead. And it is a barrage of baskets coming in from MBB as Tuks are unable to collect themselves just yet. Still scoreless in this second quarter after a great start in the first. Busi with the ball. She gets fouled on the line, so she will be going to the free throw line. Still not able to connect. And Busi Mavundla able to put a point up on the board for Tuks in this quarter as they push the score to 12 now. MBB moving it around. Nohipa looking for Luke. Luke tries to drive, spins, gets the basket to go. And it is heated in here as Nokwaga knows what it's like. Tuks are still looking inside, moving the ball around, but the intensity of defense is there, and that unable to collect actually. Tuks has the advantage. Hopefully they use it. They don't get the basket, but they do get a foul called, which will be sending Machele to the free throw line. No basket there for her. She makes good 1 of 2. And Priscilla is back on the floor for MBB. And they're moving the ball around. Priscilla kills the dribble, but she's given that inside, so she's now taking the shot from outside. No basket. Rebound collected by Chumi, but still nothing. It is still an MBB ball on the baseline. It's in the hands of Sunny Chauke. She passes out to Priscilla. Priscilla really looking for the basket on that one particular spot. She's taken 3 of those in the last possession alone. What a find by Lynette over to Machela, but she's unable to connect, unfortunately. MBB's transition. Khanye on the line. 3-point line, but nothing for her as the ball is passed right back into the hands of MBB. Priscilla tries to get around it. She finds that man, and they collect those 2 points. And it has been a dominating, I think, performance by MBB in the second quarter, as they've got 2 more subs being called onto the court for MBB. And the timeout has been called by Tuks head coach, Coach Theslin. We're back at it already, and just coming out of the timeout, I heard Coach Thesden talking to her girls and asking them to focus. Unfortunately, that focus not on that particular defensive run as MBB are able to score again, but they are looking to get inside. Zigalela does get fouled as she was going up, so she will be going to the free throw line. But I know she's asked them to try something, and I'd love to see what it looks like in execution on the floor. Unfortunately, on a second one, unable to connect. And the rebound. Ball is in the hands of Vaku. Vaku drives, finds the man inside, but it is in the hands of Lynette, who walks away with it. Defense into the backcourt with no awareness, so MBB have got that ball again and is in the hands of Priscilla Dramini right now, who's passed it over to Tabo. Vaku has it now. Foul called. Substitutions on the floor. Dlamini over to Motiba. Vaku has the ball, has the shot. No shot available. Priscilla there for the loose ball, but no connection on that. Lynette is gone. Zigalela takes the shot from up top of the key, and she gets that to go as MBB, as Tucks have now started to get those points in. Priscilla standing man free under on the baseline, and when she got that ball, she was able to draw the foul for MBB. And Priscilla is good on the line as she makes 2 of 2. And just to mention something you probably can't see, the Tucks bench is in short supply today as they only have 1 substitution occurring, well, 2 players available for substitution, with many of their players either out on injury or recovery time. And unfortunately, they were not able to convert on that run as Adenola lost the ball right under the rim on the way to the baseline. And of course, like I said, Tucks not having a bench, while MBB stacked up 7 strong on the bench waiting for their opportunity to play. Vaku Priscilla takes the shot from up top on the opposite elbow. Nothing yet for her as she drives all the way in, but doesn't get the ball. Doesn't get the call, doesn't get the shot. And Tucks, miscommunication on the Tucks side, and they lose that ball. Foul. Shot taken there, nothing connecting for them, and the ball is just going to be in the hands of Lynette as she tries to bring it back for Tux. Takes the shot, still unable to connect. Adenola with the rebound. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the first quarter. MBB are sitting on 33 points and Tux are on 15. ladies and gentlemen. And if you have just joined us, welcome back. We are at the halfway mark of this ladies finals matchup in the Inclusion Cup, brought to you by Sunnyside Basketball and UNHCR, the UN, United Nations Refugee Agency. And we have MBB, of course, sitting with a good lead, while Tucks are sitting at the bench, drawing up, cooking up a plan to bring themselves back into this game. We are at the Tucks University at the Remembrance Hall, and we are here, of course, to witness the conclusion of the Inclusion Cup. The round robin plays were done previously in the last 2 weeks, and here today we've just witnessed the under 16 final, which happened slightly earlier, which was won by Sunnyside Basketball, while we are waiting to of course see the outcome of this women's final, and we are also waiting to witness the men's final, which will be coming up after this game. So you will be with me all day today. My name is Dina, and I will be, of course, I'm here with the Basketball Sheriff crew, the best in town to bring you basketball. And as we have a look there, of course, Tucks are just calling it in, and the call is to focus and, of course, let's execute the things that coach have shown us. They are down and short in terms of their regular roster. They have 7 players available here today, while MBB are sitting with a solid full roster of 12, and they've done well in interchanging those players and using that to their advantage.
Yes, up. You're gonna come up. You're gonna come up. But I don't want 3-1, yeah? Patience. Hey. Hey. Overload. Hey.
And MBB have the first position of this quarter as we enter now the third quarter, second half of this game. They're moving the ball around a bit. Notwaka looks inside, looks outside, finds Priscilla on the line, who doesn't get it to connect. But Sia Moyi from MBB was there with the rebound. It was called a jump ball, and it is Tucks' ball. And they now are balls in the hands of Toriso, the big turned guard. As she has had to take up the mantle of point guard, of course. Chumi. And the defense has made it tough for Tucks to be able to break into this, to be able to break into the key and to break through the 3-point line so that they can attack. And Priscilla Dlamini just having a moment there with the referee. And the overload has been called by MBB, and if you're a scout, you'll be having a look at what their overload play looks like, which has got 3 players on one side. Priscilla takes the shot but doesn't get it to connect. Teresa with the rebound, finding Marcella on the other side, who collects the first basket of this quarter for Tucks. And it is a good start for Tucks. They didn't have quite a great play in the fourth quarter, where they only scored 2-3 points. But they are now back and they've got 2 already, and that already puts them in a better position than they were earlier. Notwaga lines up for the shot, but it bounces back, almost back into her hands, but the contact does lead to a foul called by the referee. Alenola there. Lynette finding Marcella again under the rim, and I think she's come alive. That halftime talk must have done something to them because they have finally switched on, and the focus is showing as Tuks go 2 for 2 or back-to-back baskets, and I think with that they are slowly starting to gain a good momentum. No basket there for Priscilla Dlamini, who went up with the floater. And there's Mochelo again attempting the fast break, but no point for her. Priscilla gets called for the football. Substitutions are happening on the floor on the MBB side. I think Coach Kimati recognizes the momentum that Tuks was starting to pick up, and he's put on his best when it comes to the players he asked for. Basket is good, and that's 6 points dropped very quickly by Tuks in the start of this game. But let's see how well adjusted the MBB side is going to. Vaku in the corner takes the shot, but it does rattle out. Mavuso with the rebound. Lynette bringing it up for Tuks. And she finds Toriso. Toriso goes all the way for the drive, but unable to connect. And the transition is in play as Priscilla runs it down, but a little short as it comes off the front of the rim. She's on the floor alone. Substitution on the Tuks side of the bench as Zigalela Monakali comes back on. Nokwaga with the ball, but she's unable to connect on that. Chumi Pazar to Vaku. Vaku drives, no basket. Zigalela gets called on the foul, and Vaku will be going to the line. Tuks have done well to cut the lead from 18 points to 12 now. Vaku is on the line, so she will be looking to push that lead a little bit more. Gets her first one to drop. No basket on the second attempt on the free throw. And Coach Kimati there. Busi took the open shot, but unable to connect on that one. Vaku with the rebound quickly down the floor. Cuts around the player. Gets 2 points to go. And that there is a senior, a veteran player coming out initially from VUT, but exceptional point guard in the ranks of South African women's basketball. Another long-time point guard in the South African or Gauteng basketball scene, of course, right there is Notwaga Luke. Known for her exceptional passes, her drives, her no-look passes, and her stamina, so to speak. Toriso looking for the long pass to Machela. She gives it to Ziggy. Ziggy takes the shot, doesn't get it. Busi Lynette off the elbow. Ziggy's able to dribble that around her, but unable to get it. Chumi with the rebound into the outlet into Notwaga's hands. But a good Macha was waiting for that. Foul was eventually called there by the referee, and that will be Tuks ball. Lynette calling for her teammates to get moving. Toriso takes the shot, but he's unable to connect with the hoop. And the scramble is on the floor for the ball. And the whistle has been blown. We're just waiting to see what the call is. It is a jump ball. Jump ball that goes in favor of Tucks. Tucks are able, were unable, they had the look inside, they were able to have that look inside and unable to connect. Boiti to Sunny, Sunny to Vaku. Olweti is calling for the screen on the right side. Double screen sets, picks, rolls. Good defense by Toriso, who got in between that pick and roll. But unfortunately, that long pass doesn't connect. A somber MBB bench, even though they are sitting, with a good league, 14-point league thus far. Boitu Melo with the shot from the outside, but unable to connect. It is back in the hands of MBB. Good save by Sunny, who made the rebound. Still, second chance opportunities, third chance at this point, as Vato tries to drive past Lynette. Lynette, great defense in that moment, but Sunny was there for the dish and the dime, and she collects 2 more points for them. Toriso with the ball. Machela. Lynette looking for Ziggy, but a short pass. As Tucks are looking to find, and they don't recognize the moments as Toriso is standing under the rim alone. Ziggy goes all the way, and she eventually is able to collect 2 more points for Tucks. As you can see there on that Tucks bench, they only have 2 players that they are going to be subbing in and out of this game. Vaku lines it up, picks, rolls to Sunny. Sunny didn't get that. The rebound was in her hands, but lucky it will stay MBB ball. Khanye Creative with the inbound. Vaku takes the drive. Oh, just misses Sunny on that behind the back dish. Lynette, no, Busi takes the shot, doesn't make it. Toriso has the ball and gets fouled on the line. Well, she gets fouled under the rim, and she will be going to the line for the free throw. As Vaku claims that one, says, no, that was on me. And just there, as you can see, she stepped forward and accurately so. Toriso doesn't get her first of 2 free throws. Nothing on the second one either. Boitumelo Nohipa now bring up the ball, and she's handed it over to Priscilla. Priscilla to Chumi. No keeper from the outside. Toriso with the ball. She's driving. Ball is in the hands of Lynette. She's looking for Toriso inside. She gets her. Basket is good for Toriso. And they are slowly but surely still pushing, or still trying to cut that lead down. Khanye Mapisa unable to connect. But unfortunately, Busi collected that rebound on the line, and that is MBB ball. Back out to Priscilla. She drives. Floater. Not good. Tucks rebound. In the hands of Busi. Over to Lynette. Lynette has crossed over the line, so she's waiting to find her teammate. Ziggy's there. Ooh. Shoves off the man. Chumi gets back and blocks her. And it is a scramble. I think it's starting to get personal. And she gets called on a travel. Some Tux players. Those two ladies over there. And the pressure continued. Coach Stesler not happy with the play of her two players there in the backcourt, and she's asking, what do you expect your teammate to do if you're not going to be there to help her out? And just like that, I mean, they're losing the ball on inbound plays, and they're getting beaten just from, I guess, a lack of connection at this point, as another inbound play goes astray, and it is back into the hands of MBB, who are able to dominate against that Tux inside the paint right now. Timeout has been called by Coach Steslin, and it is time to give these girls a break.
This is a nice shot. What? Give it.
Hi ladies and gentlemen, like I said, my name is Khanye Creative, and we are at the Inclusion Cup, and this is the women's final, and we've got about a quarter and a little bit before we crown somebody the champion today. And we are back, and it's still looking a little rough when it comes to the Tux inbound and getting connected enough to just get the momentum of this game going for themselves. Had a great start at the beginning of this quarter, scored most of their points in the first minutes. But they do have the ball now again. It is an offensive play. Lynette on the line. She takes the shot but doesn't get it. Toriso had a hand on the rebound, but unfortunately nothing goes for them in that moment. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the man who has brought us here today. He is the chair from Sunnyside Basketball Club, and he was telling me earlier about how the UN actually had been working with them and the Refugee Fund that has brought together the inclusion and social development of this tournament. And it is a call for man defense. It is a full court press coming in from MBB. It is rough. It is a tussle, and of course, like you just saw, the hands, they are ready. They're not giving Tux any space to breathe, because any small leeway you could give them could be momentum that you don't need them picking up. They are able to get that inbound in. Ball is in Toriso's hands. Shot goes up, and unfortunately it was after the whistle had gone to indicate the end of the third quarter. If you are not entertained, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what more I need to say to you, but that was the end of the third quarter, and we of course will be looking to see what the next fourth quarter will bring us. But MBB are sitting comfortably with a good lead with 42 points, while Tux of course have brought themselves out of a bit of the trenches by bringing it back, and they're sitting with 26 points. And as you can see, just over the shoulder there next to Vaklu, those are the trophies. That is the title they will be looking to claim at the end of this game. This is the women's final, MBB versus Tux. And of course, we're looking to see what Tux is going to be putting up, what kind of a stop they're going to put up against MBB here. While MBB, of course, look to push their lead and win another tournament or, well, title this year. And it is a jump ball called, and it is Tux ball. Machela there on the line for Tux, who's inbounding. She gets that into the hands of Teresa. Teresa finds Adonella at the top, but unable to connect. And she pulls up for the three from the line, and Teresa makes good on that first attempt. Tux has been in the position of making the first basket in the quarter. They just need to maintain that kind of momentum throughout the quarter because they've got a great start. And with that three-pointer coming in from Teresa, it looks that way. It's only 13-point difference, and there's still a lot of time to be able to play past that point. Karen with the attempt from the three. Doesn't get it to go. Teresa driving all the way. Finds a teammate. Unable to connect in his MBB rebound. And they are unable to stop, but they foul Chumi on the line. Well, we'll be sending her to the line. Misses her first free throw. No baskets made on her trip to the free throw line. Charity strike. Busi is able to take the ball there. Teresa has it for Tux. And unfortunately, that one extra pass is to her detriment as Notwaga picks it up. And she gets it over the line for MBB. MBB in and out, send it back out. They're looking for the player on the baseline. They find her. Notwaga takes the drive. 3 seconds has been called inside the paint by Chumi. Defense call. Mamotiba screaming for the defense because even she recognized that nobody had picked up their man. And just like that, Tux are in the front court, of course, and they are able to make an attempt at this basket now. Teresa, Machela over to Lynette. Travel called. All the way to Vatu. Dribbles the ball, passes it over to Luke, but nothing falls for her there. As Toriso is driving down the lane, she gives it over to Machela a little late, but that ball will then go out of bounds. As Sunny heads back to the bench over there. And it is still MBB's game thus far. Priscilla Damini waiting to see what her options are. Kanye's on the line. She takes that left-handed shot of hers. Rebound goes to Adenola. Lynette bringing up the ball right now. Machela finding Lynette again. Almost resulted in a turnover because the connection wasn't exactly there. There's the cut. Busi not able to connect. And that will see MBB keeping the ball. Coach Theslin David, since we've been talking about the 3x3 and the World Championship games, of course the World Student Games, Coach Thez is the head coach or head manager of the 3x3 girls team that will be heading over to Germany in just a few weeks to go and represent South Africa. Busi with the drive finds Lynette, who's open at the top. She takes it, but is unable to connect. Priscilla has the ball, long pass forward, and that collision there might be serious as coaches immediately are heading over there to go and check on players. Yeah, no, even the fans are concerned. And the tax player is still down on the floor. Medics have been called over, so she will be they will be heading over. And everybody just clapping in Machala there for the tax team. And we are back. We have resumed. So Zigalela has taken her place. Unfortunately, Toriso loses that to Priscilla, who is able to collect 2 more points and put that up for the team. Busi all the way alone. Doesn't get that to connect. And I know how I would feel. She was all the way out in the front of the court alone. It was a 2 against 1, and they should have capitalized on that one. Tucks, unfortunately, are having a hard time with the ball right now as MBB continue to bring the heat as they get a steal in the backcourt. They lose the ball. The transition is there, and a foul is committed, and that's it on an and one. So that's sending her to the line. Nothing for her there, but it is MBB ball with Priscilla on the rebound. Ball is moving, but it in and out. And it is still MBB ball. Some substitutions happening on the floor right now for MBB. As Zia heads back, Zia and Boiti headed back to the bench. Cash money over there, MBB not relenting, and we love to see it on the other side of the floor. Adenola bringing it back, of course, pushing Tucks over the 30-point line. Khanye faked the shot. We would have expected her to shoot. She drives quickly. Ball is swinging around. And unfortunately, Nokwaga goes down as well. She's grabbing her knees, but she's able to get back up. Shakes it off. Here we go. Them knees aren't the same, guys. After 30, Inbound played. Nokwaga didn't get it to connect. Busi walks away with the rebound and she's able to get that over the line. Toriso, ooh, just loses it over there. MBB are still attacking, still working really hard at pushing the agenda. Boitumelo no keeper does good and collects her free throw there on that last one. And it is a 20-point difference here today. I mean, there are 3 minutes left. Nothing is ever over in basketball until that last whistle. But the dominance that MBB has shown and the persistence in the way they've played has speaks of the end result now already. Tucks have they've looked good in how much they've been able to claw themselves out of the trench of the second quarter, as well as playing with a deficit in terms of their roster has really, I think, taken a knock. Not much rotation happening for them or relief happening, especially in certain positions, but they've done really good in putting up a fight against MBB here today. Ball movement by MBB has Sunny taking the last attempt, but it did come off of Chumi on that last one, so that will be Tuck's basketball. Toriso facing up with Olwetu Ziggy. The defense is still very much in their faces, and they are having to find ways to get that ball all the way in. Last substitutions were made again by the MBB bench, and we've got some last rotation players coming in the form of number 6. Karen of number 3 has of course been on the floor, while Tucks are still trying to figure out this particular offensive set so that they can get a basket and head on over to defense. There's that line of theirs, they break through that. Ball is in Busi's hands. She drives and gets the and one player. So Busi will be heading over to the free throw line after a successful 2 points basket. And one is good. She makes good on the free throw and she collects her 3-point play on that one. Defense for Tucks just about makes it work by collecting the rebound off of the missed attempt by Sani Chauke. Busi has the ball for Tucks, looks over to Adenola, but she's unable to connect, so she tosses it back in, but into the hands of MBB. Mutiba also unawares, 2-on-2, unable Toriso collects. She lines herself up on the 3-point line, and she knocks that three down and closes that gap, of course. With only a 14-point deficit, of course, they've brought that back at least from 20 double digits. And they almost lose that with a lack of communication on the baseline. And that gets called a foul, and it is Tuck's ball. Still a very strong presence from the MBB defense, waiting for them on the halfway line and making it difficult for them to just get as close as they'd like to. While Toriso unfortunately went for not the best of shot attempts, because they did get their ball on their hands, and that jump ball goes in MBB's favor. Karina bring up the ball for MBB. Over to Chumi, over to Tando Mutiba, who got fouled on the ground. And just like that, Tux is in foul trouble, is in collective, so they are sending Tando Mutiba to the free throw line. Not able to connect on a first of two. Gets a second one on the go. And we really are winding down to the last seconds of this game with about one possession worth of a play, or one shot clock worth of a play. Busi takes the shot from the top of the key, doesn't get it to go. And the last seconds, and this game is dying down, and that is the whistle, ladies and gentlemen. And just like that, MBB are the winners of this final matchup in the Inclusion Cup. MBB walk away with the trophy, 52-37. It has been an absolute pleasure. My name is Dana Panyana. I am here with the Basketball Sheriff of Cole, bringing you that. And we say thank you to UNHCR as well as Sunnyside Basketball for this Inclusion Cup. I will catch you on the next one, which will be the men's final, and that will see Tux University of Pretoria, going up against the Mighty Eagles.
sharing.